everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. This one is just really quick. It's a infill on my client, and my e-file actually decided to die just after I think it was halfway through the index nail, which was just brilliant because this was the first hand that I'd worked on as well, so I had to do the rest of this set all with a hand file, and it was just a nightmare. I genuinely, I knew how helpful my e-file was and how much I relied on it, but not quite to the extent that I do. And I suddenly realised when I had to hand file everything how much of a nightmare it is and how much of an impact it literally has on everything that I do within the job. It was just an absolute nightmare from the start to finish. This appointment was, thank goodness it was one of my regulars. I mean, to be fair, everyone that is with me is a regular, but this particular client has been with me for ages. So we just had a little giggle about it and just got past it. And then the meltdown came after the appointment finished. But yeah, so I'm just going in with the penultimate bit from Willow Academy, and I was using my Cuckoo e-file. I always get questions on what e-file I use and recommend. And the reason I don't discuss what e-file I'm using in every video that I use my e-file is because I don't like this e-file for different reasons, but it just isn't for me. It's not as powerful as I'd like. It collects dust within the handpiece way too easily. And yeah, I've just had quite a few problems with it. It's really not lasted very long either. I was bought this e-file in December 2019, which was obviously a couple of months before the lockdown started and stuff like that. So I actually only have used the e-file between, I think it was out of 18 months of having it, I've used it for 9 months, which I just don't think is long enough to get your money's worth out of a product. I'm not very impressed with it, and in those 9 months that I have used it, it's not my cup of tea. So I have now, well, I tell a lie, I haven't invested. My partner has very kindly bought me a Willow Prime e-file, which I'm super excited about. It's been on my wish list since we reopened in April because I knew that the one that I was using at the moment wasn't going to last very long. So it's been at the back of my mind, constantly wanting it for months on end. And I'm really sad that it's come to this point where I was in desperate need of it, because I just wanted to order it leisurely and look forward to it coming and stuff like that. But now obviously I'm literally counting down to having it. So it was all ended up a bit of a nightmare. Yeah, it was a whole other story for a whole different day. But there you go. So anyway, I've obviously done basically everything in this video already, and we're already moving on to painting now. But this colour is called Autumn Dusk from Diamond Glitter's Gel Perfection. It's absolutely beautiful. It's such a beautiful autumn colour, obviously, because it's literally called autumn, but it's absolutely stunning. It does look a little bit lighter on the video than it actually is, just a slight, not a crazy amount lighter, but I think having my, berry nail next to it also makes it look a bit lighter, but it's not that light, so it is a bit deceiving, but it is a beautiful colour either way. And we went with something that I've done before, but we did it in completely different colours. So we chose a different base colour, which is obviously this one. We chose a different colour of foil, and we also chose a different colour of stamping. But yeah, so I'm just going in with 2 coats of this. I've left this bit in real time just so you can see how I actually work, because obviously majority of the video itself is sped up, so it's difficult for you to see how long things take. Typically an appointment with me for an infill with a design is between an hour and 15 minutes and an hour and 40 minutes, something like that. This appointment itself was an hour and 45, mainly because obviously my e-file broke. I took it apart, messing about with it for ages, kept dropping pieces and not being able to find it and stuff like that, and it was just a bit of a nightmare. So it was a little bit longer than usual, but like I said, luckily this client is really understanding, and we just had a bit of a laugh about the whole thing, because I'm just having one of those times lately where nothing's really going very well. So it was just, I got to the point where it was a Friday evening, and all I could do about it was laugh, because if I didn't, I'd have probably cried, and that would have been really embarrassing. So there you go. But anyway, enough about all the negative. I actually really loved how these turned out. They were beautiful. Just to add to the mayhem of that day or week or month or whatever, I accidentally we decided at the beginning that the picture that we were copying was my own picture. I'd done it before, like I said, but we were going to do it in matte instead of shiny like the other person had, and I top coated in normal top coat. So luckily my client realised on the second hand that I was using the wrong top coat, so she told me, so I used the right one on the second hand. So I actually ended up painting one hand with super gloss and one hand with Make It Velvet, but we did go for velvet in the end, so I will attach pictures at the end of the video of how they looked shiny, even though you'll see that because obviously you literally watch me painting on the shiny top coat, and also how they looked matte, because they actually looked beautiful matte and you could really see the foil better when it was matte. I don't know why, but velvet top coat does something to foil. Like, I don't know what it is or how it works, but it just, I don't know, it comes alive. It's amazing. I love it. So we really, really liked how these turned out. The original picture was a nude colour with a pinky sort of foil and black stamping, because obviously the black stood out a lot because the foil was quite light. But this set, the foil wasn't dark, but I don't know, the reflection just made it look quite dark. So when we suddenly got to this point of putting the foil on, like before this stage, we were thinking, I'm not sure whether black's going to show up on this, so it might be better if we go with white. And although neither of us were hugely keen on the idea, we both really loved how they turned out. So it worked out fine. We're both happy. And this client's unfortunate appointment finally came to an end. I think we'd both lost the will to live by the end of it, but that's a Friday night for you, isn't it? If anything's ever going to go wrong, it's going to be a Friday evening. But yeah, so I'm just going in with super gloss here, like I said, incorrectly. So I did buff this afterwards and go over with Make It Velvet, which I already have said. This is a really repetitive video. I am going to leave the video here because I am just rambling. So I'm just top coating here and then applied cuticle oil at the end. It does stop abruptly at the end because by the time I'd realised that I'd done the wrong, well, my client had realised I was using the wrong top coat and stuff, I didn't even think to get a little clip of them at the end. Like, I just lost the will to live by that point, so it does just stop. But I have added a couple of pictures at the end so you can see them with velvet top coat and also shiny. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like it, then please give me a thumbs up. And if you enjoy my videos, please subscribe if you don't already. And if you do already, then thank you so much. And I'll be back soon with another video. Bye.